There's nothing the NFL loves more than a comeback story. Join me as we dive into the captivating journey of Sam Darnold, a player whose career has been a roller coaster of highs and lows, from his rise as a top prospect to struggles in the hostile New York market, and finally, his surprising resurgence. Sam Darnold was once hailed as a franchise savior, a player with raw talent, a big arm, and a fierce competitive spirit. But as his career unfolded, his journey became one of resilience, adaptation, and rediscovery. Today, let's explore what makes Darnold's story unique and why his impact on the NFL may be far from over. Sam Darnold was born in Capistrano Beach, California, where he grew up in a sports-loving family. His father, Mike, was a football player himself, and his mother, Chris, a physical education teacher, played volleyball at Long Beach City College. Athletic talent ran in the family, and Sam's natural inclination towards sports became clear early on. His family encouraged him to explore sports like baseball and basketball, but football was his calling. Darnold attended San Clemente High School, where he quickly rose through the ranks as a quarterback. He didn't just possess the physical skills, he also showed the kind of leadership that made him stand out. After a stellar high school career that earned him a 4-star recruitment rating, he committed to the University of Southern California, where he would soon make waves. At USC, he became the starting quarterback as a redshirt freshman, leading the Trojans to an impressive Rose Bowl victory over Penn State, where he threw for 453 yards and 5 touchdowns. His powerful arm, quick release, and remarkable ability to make plays under pressure garnered national attention, with his 3,086 passing yards and 31 touchdowns kickstarting some early draft buzz. This then turned into a full-blown hype train in his second season as a starter in 2017, when he passed for over 41 passing yards and 26 touchdowns en route to an 11-3 record. The one minor blemish on the resume was the 13 interceptions in that 2017 campaign, but it ultimately would not be enough to tarnish what otherwise had been a stellar college career. Across just 2 seasons, he had passed for over 7,200 passing yards, 57 touchdowns, and 22 interceptions, averaging a passer rating of 153.7. As a result, Sam Darnold was seen as one of the top prospects for the NFL draft, setting the stage for the next phase of his journey. Sam Darnold's appeal as a draft prospect stemmed from his optimal blend of athleticism, arm strength, and fearless playmaking ability. He was unafraid to fit the ball into tight windows while taking hits, and his play style was dynamic, showcasing an innate ability to extend plays and improvise under pressure. Scouts were drawn to his gunslinger mentality, something reminiscent of NFL legends like Brett Favre. Darnold entered the 2018 NFL Draft as a top quarterback prospect, and the New York Jets, desperate for a franchise quarterback, selected him with the 3rd overall pick. The Jets had struggled for years to find stability at quarterback, fresh off 2 consecutive 5-win seasons with a combination of Josh McCown and Ryan Fitzpatrick under center. New York was eager for a change, and Darnold was viewed as their chance for a rebuild, generating excitement among fans and media who believed the new, more exciting horizon had arrived. There were high expectations for the young quarterback to bring a new era of joy to a franchise star for playoff success. But as we'll see, Darnold's journey with the Jets was anything but smooth. Sam Darnold's NFL career began with a bang. In his very first game as a pro, during week 1 of the 2018 season, he threw a pick-6 on his first career pass attempt, a nightmare start for any quarterback. Thankfully, he quickly bounced back, leading the Jets to a decisive 48-17 victory over the Detroit Lions, showcasing his resilience and ability to shake off mistakes. It was a promising start, and fans were hopeful, but the remainder of his rookie season would be a mixed bag of highs and lows, with flashes of brilliance overshadowed by struggles that hinted at deeper issues. There was clearly still a lot to work on, evidenced by his final stat line of 2,800 passing yards for 17 touchdowns and 15 interceptions at a completion rate of just 57.7%. 2019 would be a big year for Sam's development, but it got off to another bad start. Earlier in the season, he contracted mononucleosis, sidelining him for multiple games. When he returned, he showed both his talent and his inconsistency, notably in the infamous seeing ghosts game against the New England Patriots. He struggled against top-tier defenses and sometimes made questionable decisions, leading to turnovers and missed opportunities. Yet, when given time in the pocket, Darnold's arm strength and accuracy made him dangerous, and he managed to deliver several impressive performances. The Jets, however, had a flawed roster, and coaching instability under head coach Adam Gase hindered Darnold's development. The team's offensive line struggled, and the lack of reliable weapons limited his options. In this environment, Darnold's play became increasingly erratic, as he was often forced to extend plays under constant pressure. And by the end of the 2020 season, the Jets were 2-10, and it became clear that Darnold needed a fresh start. After finishing that 2020 campaign with more interceptions than touchdowns, New York decided to move in a new direction, drafting quarterback Zach Wilson and trading Darnold to the Carolina Panthers in April of 2021. Darnold's new venture with the Panthers represented a new beginning and a chance to reboot his career. He got off to a good start, winning his first 3 games and showing improved decision-making and confidence, but once again, injuries and inconsistent play calling crept in, stalling the momentum and producing yet another underwhelming stat line that was highlighted by 9 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. It just wasn't good enough, encouraging the Panthers to bring in the quarterback selected just 1 pick before Darnold, Baker Mayfield, to add some competition for the starting spot. The quarterback competition didn't work out well for Carolina, with Mayfield losing 4 of his first 5 games and Darnold not lighting the world on fire as his replacement either. Despite Mayfield departing, it was clear that Sam wasn't the future, meaning it was time for another change. And while Darnold's career had essentially been on a downward trajectory ever since he was drafted in 2018, 2023 would be the year he would turn it around. As the backup to Brock Purdy on the San Francisco 49ers in 2023, Darnold was able to sit and absorb information from Kyle Shanahan, one of the greatest offensive minds in football. And while he didn't get a ton of playing time, being surrounded by such a strong supporting cast in practice and in the games where he did play, showed Darnold how to take the easy wins, let his best playmakers work for him, and how to effectively operate out of a strong offensive system. And of course, Darnold's time on the Niners was short-lived. After proving to be a capable backup, he signed with the Minnesota Vikings as a veteran presence to potentially start at the beginning of the year and allow for a smooth transition to rookie J.J. McCarthy when he was ready to take over. As we all know now, McCarthy suffered a major injury in the preseason that sidelined him for the entire season, and Darnold was left in the starting role. With or without Darnold at quarterback, the Vikings were generally seen as the weakest team in the NFC North, which has turned out to be one of the strongest divisions in football. That made it even more surprising when Darnold and the Vikings upset his former team, the San Francisco 49ers, in Week 2, coming off a Super Bowl loss. Even more surprisingly, they proved it wasn't a fluke, and the Vikings kept stringing wins together, even being one of the NFL's final undefeated teams until they lost in Week 7 to the Detroit Lions. As of Week 10 of the 2024 season, Darnold has shown a level of confidence and poise that hadn't been seen since his college days. Kevin O'Connell's system seems to be bringing out the best in him, allowing him to make the smart, efficient plays necessary for team success rather than forcing him to make every play himself. He's had fewer turnovers and higher completion percentages and played an essential role in keeping the Vikings alive in a highly competitive NFC. It's unexactly clear what the future looks like for Sam Darnold, although he has proven that he is more than capable as a starting quarterback when in the right system, and his legacy, for sure, is starting to take shape as one of resilience and perseverance. His career stats as of the 2024 season reflect a journey marked by growth and adaptability rather than overwhelming success, but his resurgence shows that he's a valuable player who can still make a difference. Sam Darnold's role as a starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings has been a pivotal storyline of the 2024 season. It has put his growth on full display, taking the reins of the offense and managing to build strong connections with key offensive pieces like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, leveraging their talents in both the short and deep passing game. His chemistry with Jefferson in particular has proven to be a game changer, allowing him to maximize the explosive potential of the Vikings offense as seen on their 97-yard touchdown pitch and catch against the 49ers. Throughout the season, Darnold's leadership has stood out as he's worked to keep the Vikings competitive in the NFC. He's demonstrated improved poise and decision making while he still makes the occasional mistake. His ability to bounce back has earned respect from teammates and fans alike. As of Week 9 in this season, Sam Darnold has been a statistical marvel. In 8 games, Darnold had recorded a passer rating of 107.8, showcasing solid accuracy and efficiency with a completion rate of 69.5%. He has thrown for 1,900 passing yards with an average of 8.5 yards per attempt, tallying 17 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, demonstrating a notable ability to move the ball downfield while maintaining strong offensive production. His 17 touchdown passes highlight his effectiveness in the red zone, which have been critical for the Vikings' success in close games so far this season. In terms of rushing, Darnold has shown more mobility, rushing 31 times for 120 yards, averaging 3.9 yards per carry. And while he hasn't scored any rushing touchdown, his ability to pick up first downs and extend plays with his leg has added another layer to the Vikings' offensive approach. But even aside from making forward progress with his legs, Darnold has shown an improved ability to navigate the field with light feet, having a better feel for when pressure is on its way. However, ball security has been an area for improvement, as Darnold has recorded 6 fumbles in the season so far, with 3 of those resulting in turnovers. His performance against the Packers was also a standout, as he achieved a pass rating of 123.4, throwing for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. And despite some inconsistent games, Darnold's overall stats reflect his growth and adaptability in the Vikings system, which has helped him stay competitive in the NFC North and genuinely put them within a shot of winning the whole darn thing. If he is able to keep this up, it will create a fascinating situation out of Minnesota, where the team will have to decide whether to keep him as a starter for one more year or whether they believe handing over the team to JJ McCarthy is the better option. After all, nothing indicates his success more than the success of this team, and Darnold has never previously led a team to a winning record over the course of a full season. And despite question marks in other key areas of the Vikings roster heading into the season, Minnesota is racing towards a playoff berth and potentially a division title if things work out their way. Darnold's story is a testament to the importance of perseverance in the NFL, and he may never achieve the accolades of the league's top quarterbacks or a Hall of Fame induction, but his journey will inspire future players who find themselves struggling to meet high expectations. His story still has much left to be written, but even now his legacy will go down as a fighter who overcame multiple bad situations to realize his true talent. Sam Darnold's career has been a wild ride, from early promise to unexpected struggles, and finally to an inspiring career resurgence. His journey is proof that success in the NFL isn't always linear. So what do you think? Can Sam Darnold keep rising and eventually become a franchise quarterback? Let me know in your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you enjoy this, look into the fascinating career of Sam Darnold. Thank you so much for watching.